Hello, how is it going? It's me again, Alex. Hello, welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, I will show you how you can add more dialogue to the companion. Uh, this is for the companion framework here that I made. So yeah, let's just get started. So the way we do is actually pretty simple. We just open up our quest companion dialog, and basically this tutorial here is going to be for comments. That is actually pretty easy to do as well, as I've said. The only thing that you have to pretty much do is just go to the miscellaneous tab in here. Yep, and then here you have a couple of things. Observe combat, for example. That's just when your companion is seeing someone fight and they're not interacting with them. So they would be like, "Oh, they're fighting," or say something like that. Notice corpse, obviously if they find a corpse somewhere. Time to go. I suppose that's if they are your current companion. That they say, "Oh, okay, yeah, let's get going then." Blah blah blah. Goodbye if you stop talking to them, if you just close the conversation with them. Hello if they say hello. Well, if you just greet them, upon activating them. Then we've got, for example, swing melee weapon. That would be if they are attacking, the thing that they're gonna say, like, huh, huh, or whatever, those kind of things. As you can see, for example, Z key object, that's basically if you grab an item and you spin it around and stuff, they're gonna, they could be saying something like the vanilla ones that say, "Oh, put that down, you'll break it," or something. This is supposed to be when the player jumps, but I think this one wasn't used. Knock over object, if you knock something over. This isn't used either. Destroy object, stand on furniture, blah blah blah. I don't think this is used either. Locked object, I think this is if you lock pick, I never know. Chest, for example. Pickpocket, blah blah blah. If you try to steal from someone, or if you do. Shared info, we're not going to use that. Player cast projectile spell, that's just if you use a spell. Here, if you use a spell on yourself. If you use a shout. Idle, this is actually one of the important ones. Idle, that's basically something that they're just going to randomly say. And for the sake of this tutorial here, the other ones are set up the same way. However, I'm going to show you how you do it for the idle thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to select idle, and it will ask us for a topic ID. What I would do is I would call it topic idle. That's what I would call it. Then once we have that, we have this blank space right here, right? So what we do is we right click and then we go to new. Then response text, this is just going to be the subtitles of the thing that the companion is going to say. So for example, something like, I'm cold. And then here we can set our emotion type. Basically the face that they're going to make the emotion value is how much you will see that emotion on them. Speaker idle animations, this is just the idle animation that they're gonna play. So if we were, for example, to for some reason pick one of the applause ones, they would say, I'm cold, and then they would, clap their hands, which is a bit dumb, but that's just how you do it, pretty much. Oh no, I'm just not gonna pick anything for this. So yeah, then once you've done that, you just click on OK, and then here comes the important bit. In here, if you're gonna have more than one random things that they're gonna say, first off, what I'd recommend anyhow is that you right click, then you go to new, and then where it says get is ID, you have to pick your companion, so that only your companion can say this line. And then what I recommend you do is you click on random. I will explain in a bit why you do that. And the next thing in here is basically going to be a condition. If you want there to be a condition where they say this thing, so basically if you want them to only say this if they currently, I don't know, if they currently is in location, no, get in location, no, get location, That's not it either. Blah, 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 blah. Location type. Location has keyword, for example. Yep, location is keyword. So if the current place where you're in, for example, has the keyword, hold on, how was it? Let's just go through this here and pick something. Location type dungeon, for example. So, and if you leave this to 1, it means it's true. If it's 0, it means that this is only going to work if they're not in a dungeon. For example, I want them to say this if they are in the dungeon. So we leave this at 1. 1 means yes, 0 means no. There's no in between. So if we then click on OK, this will be another condition here. So only our companion can say it, and they can only say it if the companion is inside of a dungeon. Well, at least, well, you know, in a place close to a dungeon or actually inside of a dungeon. What I would do then is also I would select it and click on this arrow to put it down in the list, because I think that it's more important to have the ID in the top and then the other stuff. It just looks nicer. Alright, so then once we have that, we could, in theory, now just click on here. We select this and then we record, and then I would say, I'm cold, you know, to record this, just so you see how it's done in the old creation kit, that is. So, I'm cold. There we go. And then we would save, and it automatically creates a lib file. However, we're just going to do it like this. Okay, and there we go. It's done. We've got the voice file and the lib file so that the libs move. And everything in here is pretty much done. Now, the thing is that these will play randomly. I don't really know about the interval between each line, but they say them quite frequently and stuff, you know, so it's not like they will be quiet all the time and stuff, you know, so. Alright, so this would be, for example, our first comment, our first idle comment that they would just sometimes randomly say. So what we can do to add more is just, we could click new and then go over the entire thing again. However, I'm just going to copy. And then the copy, just to show you this, the copy is always the one in the bottom, not the first one. The first one is the original. This one is the copy, the one below it. So, next one could be sneezes. And then we could, for example, remove this. And then they would just sometimes randomly sneeze. Obviously now you would have to record this as well. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to keep it short. And now I'm going to explain to you why we clicked on random. So now we have a total of 2 idle lines. So if we only have 2, you can have 20, you can have 100, you can have how many as you want. But leave them all at random, and then the last one that you're making, make sure that random is also selected, but that it says random end, because then what it's gonna do, as you can see, it says flags, it says R for random, and then it says E for random end. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna pick something between this and the last one. Well, either the first one or the last one or anything in between. That's gonna be said. So this is how you do it pretty much. And then once we've done that, you can pretty much just OK out of it, and then you can just click on save. Just don't forget to save in between and stuff, you know, not that you lose your progress. And in case you don't remember where it saves that, it's under data, sound, voice, and then it would be under the name of the ESP. So in this case, you know the full name of the framework, because I haven't done anything now. So it would be in here, and then it saves it in a folder named the same as the voice tab in the creation kit. And then here we have our voice line. It's a .wav file, and we have our .lib file. You need both of them. If you've watched other tutorials, you know what I'm talking about. So if we play this, yes, the companion would say, I'm cold. I think I've disabled, I've disabled the audio here so you don't hear it, but it works. So yeah, now in game, if you would go in game, there is a chance that they would randomly say, I'm cold, or what was the other thing, the you know, the sneeze, for example. So that's pretty much how you do it. And now I'm gonna make another video about how you can add custom dialogue, you know, for example, stuff where you can ask your companion how they're doing and stuff, you know. So yeah, see you in a bit.